Just log on YouTube to give your brain some new food.
Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, but more than anything, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Andrew Holness, who was kicked out on the 31st Intersessional Conference of Heads of Government of Caricom. According to the chair, Mia Mottley, at the last minute when his presence was expected, Andrew Holness contacted the chair, contacted Caricom to let them know that he will be absent because of quote-unquote pressing national issues. Anyway, people, in this video, for a change, I'm gonna have more questions than answers, because when it comes to Andrew Holness, I go hot and cold. 1 minute I'm a fan of Andrew Holness, and the next minute I'm pretty much doubtful of Andrew Holness. I don't know how self-governed Andrew Holness is, and when I say that, what I mean, I don't know how independent Andrew Holness is with his decision. So I would love to hear from some people on the ground. I titled this video, Jamaica Disses Caricom, US influences suspected. And the reason why I titled that video as a disrespect, because clearly it is a disrespect. What I would like to say to the Prime Minister Andrew Holness of Jamaica, and I'm gonna keep it real. Andrew, you cannot stare from the back seat. What I mean by that is Mia Mottley, she is actually the head of Caricom. And what that means, she's in charge of Caricom. Andrew Holness is in charge of Jamaica, but Andrew Holness's country is a part of Caricom. So outside of the Jamaica government, Mia Mottley is actually the leader of Caricom. Andrew Holness in this particular setting is a follower. So I'm saying to Andrew Holness, you can't leave from the back seat. You can call the shots if and when you become the chair of Caricom. But as we speak, you are not the chair of Caricom. You are the Prime Minister of Jamaica, but when it comes to Caricom, Mia Mottley rules until she loses such position. So when Mia Mottley didn't show up at that meeting in Kingston recently, she is the head of Caricom. She can call those shots without any real lashback. But Andrew Holness, in retaliation of her absence, because that's what I suspect, Andrew Holness decided that I'm going to do to her what she did to me. She didn't show up at the meeting when Mike Pompeo visited, so I'm not going to show up. This is childish. I understand that politics is designed for the common people not to understand it, like Monopoly, but this is childish. So here's a question that I have. Did Andrew Holness just did a childish tit-for-tat move with Caricom? Or is Andrew Holness actually being a puppet for the United States of America because Mike Pompeo and Donald Trump didn't like the way Mia Mottley stand on their presence in the Caribbean? Mia Mottley at the moment is actually warning the Caribbean community of nationalism. That is a scary statement. Nationalism just pretty much means that everybody will be looking out for themselves. So she's saying, open your eyes, put your ears out there. The Jamaicans seem as if they're only looking out for Jamaica. If that is a fact, I've done a lot of videos where Caricom is concerned, and I've seen the mixture of feedback, and a lot of Jamaicans think Jamaica should just leave Caricom. I never supported it. I never was against it. But if it's going to get down to this, if Andrew Holness is going to be sided with outside influences to disrespect his people, then might as well Jamaica just go on its own. At the same time, let me not say it was a complete diss. From my understanding, Kamina Johnson-Smith, the Foreign Affairs Minister, is actually leading the delegation at the moment. What that means, I don't really know. But what I do know is that Andrew Holness did not show up at this meeting, and it was such disrespect, in a disrespectful manner, because he didn't let them know a day in advance, 2 days in advance. He let them know in the last hour that I won't be showing up. That is suspect, Andrew, and that made Jamaican people look bad. It actually made Jamaicans look like we are sellouts when it comes to our Caribbean people versus the United States of America. A question that I want to ask, because like I say in this video, I'm going to have more questions than answers. One of the questions that I want to ask is, why all of a sudden Jamaica is such an interesting asset to the United States of America? What's going on? Is the government hiding something from us? Did they find oil or gold in Jamaica? Something is going on, people, and I would like to be within the loop, because decades ago, Jamaica, we were neighboring to the United States of America, but that's pretty much all we were, just neighboring to the United States of America. You know, it seemed like overnight, the United States of America has increased interest in Jamaica and its politics. What's going on? I would like to know. I would like to hear from some people who are on the ground, closer to the politics in Jamaica, to let me know what's the current situation and why is it that the United States of America are so interested in Jamaica's politics and who they side with. I've actually asked this question before in a previous video, so I'm going to ask it again. Should Jamaica be a part of Caricom, or should Jamaica walk away? You know, like have our own little Brexit type thing. What do you think? And do you actually see it my way that Andrew Holness actually dissed the Caribbean community? Do you see it as a disrespect? Because I saw it as a disrespect. The next thing I want to ask is, do you think Andrew Holness is a prime minister that actually call his own shots, or do you think that he's definitely being influenced by outside sources? Do you think that Jamaica should be all about itself and not with the Caribbean community? Or do you think we should continue to unite with the Caribbean community to have our own union, our own body, our own strength? I also want to know, what kind of prime minister do you think Andrew Holness is? I've often said on this channel that of all the prime ministers I'm aware of in Jamaica, I rate Andrew Holness as the best prime minister. But do you agree with me, or do you think Andrew Holness just appears to be the best prime minister because of the time that he was actually in office, or he's in office because he's presently in office? You know, when I say that, you know, he's a new age prime minister, and he's a prime minister in a time of technology, while say back in the day when Siaga, Michael Manley, Hugh Shearer and them were prime ministers, the world wasn't so small and things didn't move as fast. You know, you couldn't get it. There was no internet, for example. So maybe this is what's blindsided me, or maybe Andrew Holness is indeed the best prime minister yet for Jamaica. Let me know what you think of that particular view of mine. And I also want to ask a question. This has nothing to do with Caricom. It has nothing to do with the issue of this video, but I just wanted to stick it in there because I'm a little confused. Babsy Grange, Olivia Babsy Grange, who is a member of parliament in Jamaica, she holds a position that is titled Gender Minister. And I have no clue what that is. I have zero clue. Call me naive. Does Jamaica have a Ministry of Gender? Or what exactly is a gender minister? What exactly does Babsy Grange do? I mean, nothing personally against Babsy Grange, because you know what? Of all the long-standing politicians that's in the Jamaican government at the moment, Babsy Grange is actually one of those politicians that I've personally met, and she was nice to me. So I have nothing against Babsy Grange personally, but I'm curious to know, what is a gender minister and what does it cover? What does that entail? And while I'm asking about gender minister, am I the only Jamaican that's curious to know what is a minister without portfolio? Because the way I kind of assess that is like a minister without portfolio, that would be like, say, for example, I work in a restaurant, but I have no title. I mean, don't say I'm an all-rounder, because even all-rounder has a title. They do everything, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So a minister without portfolio, you know, I'm a minister, but I don't really have a portfolio. So I'm a minister of nothing. Am I the only one that's getting that? If not, clear it up for me, because you know on this channel, each one teach one, and I just want to know. But back to the main event. Let me know how you stand on Jamaica versus Caricom and Andrew Holness's absence from the last intersessional conference. Let me know, because in my view, I just thought Andrew Holness made a petty move by dissing Caricom. Not necessarily me and Mottley. He dissed the whole Caricom members, in my opinion. You know, I'm a businessman, and one thing I can tell you as a businessman, I appear where I want to be. What I mean by that is, if we really want to be somewhere, we will make it happen. And if we really don't want to be anywhere, we can find any excuse not to be there. That's my view. So, Andrew Holness, you know, you're growing thin on me. You know, I really like you. I like what you've done to Jamaica, but you make me hot and cold every now and then. It's like, is he legit? Is he soft? Is he a pushover? Is he the man? You know, does he call his own shot? Does he tell big boys no? Or, you know, I want to know. I really want to know who Andrew Holness is, as his dedication to Jamaica, dedication to Jamaican politics, and what kind of man he is. I'm not afraid to say it. It's clear that Donald Trump is one of the most pettiest world leader that ever ruled. Donald Trump has established himself as the most tit-for-tat politician in the history of politician that I'm aware of. I'm talking about personally aware of to what I read in books. So what kind of prime minister is Andrew Holness? Well, I'm saying Andrew Holness, we are Jamaicans. We usually run things. Things don't run we. So don't walk down that path. Don't follow other people. Do our own thing and let Jamaicans shine in the colors that we always shine. That's pretty much all I have to say today, people. Let me know what you think of this video. I'm really waiting to hear how many people see it my way and how many people did not see it my way. As you know, my channel, people, do not be afraid to criticize, because on this channel, I accept thumbs up, I accept thumbs down, I accept agreement, and I accept disagreement for one simple reason. Why? Each one teach one. Until next time, people, peace.